Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Barry and Buddy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Buddy's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and the motivations that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Barry's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and let go on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Buddy's going to come home with his very own training collar, and you'll be instructed on how to use it correctly during your one-on-one follow-up training session. Now Buddy is sitting very nicely at Barry's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that we would like to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and incorporated into the heel exercise is an automatic sit, and they're going to demonstrate that for us now.
Buddy, heel.
The command is Buddy heel, and at this point Buddy's job is to walk nicely at your left, matching pace with you, not forging ahead or lagging behind, but walking like a gentleman, and each time that you stop your feet, Buddy has been taught to sit automatically to wait for his next command. So that now when you're walking Buddy down the street, he's walking like a gentleman. If you stop to cross traffic or talk to a neighbor, Buddy's going to sit automatically without you having to tell him to, and wait for you to tell him what to do next. And he's doing a great job with that. The next exercise that Barry's going to demonstrate for us is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. Barry's going to use the open flat of his left palm, about an inch or so from the dog's muzzle, and the one-word firm command to stay.
Stay.
The long sit stay in basic obedience training when you're practicing at home is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. And this is an exercise that can be practiced right in your home. You don't need to go outside. When Barry returns back to his dog, he walks all the way around him, returning all the way back around to heel position. That's good. That's fine. He should have remained seated, so Barry's going to leave him in another stay and make him complete his exercise the way it was taught. He should remain seated when you return back to heel position. Barry's going to walk all the way back around him. Sometimes the faster you get back around them, the better. That he did that perfectly, so we know he can. Barry gives them a little pat for praise, and they're going to run through their heel and their sit and their stay again for us. Practicing these exercises give the dogs a lot of mental stimulation. It gives you a dog that understands and responds to commands. It gives him a sense of accomplishment, and you a reason to praise your dog. So it has a lot of side effects that are very, very good. There's no negative side effects to obedience training. Barry leaves him in another sit-stay, and the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the recall, or the come on command. This is the second exercise where you do use your dog's name. Barry's going to call him right in front, and he's going to sit facing Barry's knees.
Buddy, come. Good boy.
Comes right in front. He should sit. And that stops him from coming and jumping all over you, which boxers are so famous for. And then Barry has him walk all the way back around to heel position and back sitting. And remember, every time that you get back to this position, this heel position, your dog expects to get another command. You have to tell him what you're going to do. So Barry's going to tell him that to stay.
Stay.
And we're going to demonstrate that recall exercise again for you. Barry calls him. Sits very nicely, doesn't jump, and then returns all the way back around to heel position and back sitting. Now the next exercises that we're going to demonstrate for you are your down commands. These are harder commands to teach. This is a down from a heel position. Barry's going to use his open left palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down.
Down.
The long down stay when you're practicing at home is for 3 minutes, working up to 5 minutes. And I know that he's been, a handful in the house, And again, these stationary exercises help to develop his attention span and maturity, his ability to just be still. When Barry returns back to him, he should have remained lying down. So Barry's going to put him back into a down. This is what you do. This is what we're talking about when we talk about correction. It's enforcing what you've told the dog to do. You told him to down and stay. You expect him to down and stay. Barry's going to return back to him. Back to heel. And believe it or not, we have a squirrel that just walked across the fence. That's what he was looking at. Barry's going to heel him out of this exercise. And we're going to demonstrate our down from a distance. Now he's looking for the squirrel. Barry's going to leave him in a sit stay.
Stay.
Always have your dog seated before you attempt to put him into a down, and Barry's going to drop him into a down.
Down. Stay.
Very nicely done. Now we've demonstrated for you your heel, your automatic sit, your stay, your down from a distance, and your come. See, these are the exercises that you're going to be practicing with Buddy. As soon as you get him home, he's been a joy. He's been a real pleasure to have. He's a very nice dog. I know you're going to be very pleased with the result, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainers, and Merry Christmas.